Right, so we're back and ready to dive into, well, a bit of a mess, really.
Yeah, mess might be putting it lightly.
It's Manchester United, isn't it? What else is new, right? Except this time it feels different, like way worse.
It's bad, like historically
Our
bad.
listeners, well, they've flooded us with messages,
Mm.
all freaking out about this losing streak. They want to know what's going on.
Can you blame them? The last time Manchester United looked this shaky, well, it was in 1962. Ancient history.
Exactly. So that's our mission today. Deep dive time. We got to figure out what's going wrong with one of the biggest names in football.
Big names, huge expectations, and right now, they're just not delivering.
All right, so break it down for us. What's the root of the problem here?
Well, they brought in Ruben Amorim, right? New manager, supposed to be a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, new era, all that jazz.
Right. But so far, it's been more like a hurricane of bad results. 5 losses in his first 10 games. That's brutal for a club like Manchester United.
And this latest loss against Newcastle, that felt like a knockout punch.
It was absolutely brutal. And I don't just mean the scoreline.
Okay, so walk us through it. How did it all go down? Paint us a picture of the match.
Right, from kickoff, Newcastle were all over them. Intense, aggressive, you could feel the energy.
Man, you just couldn't handle it.
Not in the first half, no. 4 minutes in, bam. Alexander Isak scores with a header, beautiful cross from Lewis Hall.
He's been on fire this season, hasn't he?
Absolutely unstoppable. 6 straight Premier League games with a goal. The last Newcastle player to do that was Pape Cissé back in 2012.
That's a serious scoring streak.
Yeah.
Okay, but it didn't end there, did it?
Nope, Newcastle were hungry for more. Joe Lingonton, another header, boom, 2-0. Man U were shell-shocked.
It sounds like Newcastle's defense was just a wall.
They were solid, organized, didn't give United an inch. I mean, yeah, there were a couple of chances, a shot here, a near miss there.
But nothing concrete.
Not enough to really trouble Newcastle. It was a dominant performance.
Okay, so where's this leave Manchester United? Big picture. What's the fallout from this loss?
Well, they're down to 14th in the Premier League.
Yeah.
That's not where they want to be.
Ouch, yeah.
And it's their 3rd home loss in a row. That hasn't happened since, like, the 70s. It's a bad sign.
Especially with Liverpool coming up next. Talk about adding fuel to the fire.
Terrible timing. The pressure is going to be immense.
So it's all doom and gloom for Manchester United, but Newcastle, they're flying high.
They are. 4 games, 4 wins, 0 goals conceded. Unbelievable. That kind of defensive record, haven't seen that since. You guessed it, 2012.
Another 2012 stat.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but seriously, what's the secret sauce? How are they pulling this off?
Confidence, I think. They have a plan. They're executing it brilliantly. And look, this win at Old Trafford, that's only their 2nd ever.
Wow, so this is a big deal for them.
Huge. It shows just how much they've grown as a team. It's a statement win.
So let's zoom out a bit. For our listeners who maybe aren't diehard Premier League fans, what's the bigger story here?
It's about more than just 3 points, right? This match, it's like a snapshot of where these 2 clubs are right now.
2 teams heading in opposite directions.
Exactly. For Man U, it's a crisis of identity. Is Amorim the right man for the job? Can he turn this around?
Some of the sources you sent, they weren't exactly singing his praises, were they? Lots of talk about low morale, players questioning his tactics.
There's definitely some unrest in the ranks. And then you have the Glazers, the owners, always lurking in the background.
Yeah. Can't really talk about Manchester United without mentioning them, can we?
It's a whole other layer of complexity. Their financial decisions, they haven't always benefited the team, that's for sure.
It all adds up, doesn't it? Creates this atmosphere of uncertainty, negativity.
Exactly. It's not just one thing. It's a combination of factors dragging them down. And meanwhile, you have Newcastle, ambitious, confident, playing with a swagger.
Like they believe they can take on anyone.
And they're proving it. This win, it could be a turning point for them. They're serious contenders now.
So we have Manchester United spiraling downwards, and Newcastle, well, they're shooting for the stars.
It's a seismic shift, that's for sure. The balance of power is tilting.
All right, final question then. Can Manchester United pull themselves out of this nosedive?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? They have the talent, but something's missing. That spark, that fighting spirit.
And the Liverpool match. Could that be the moment they turn it all around?
It could. It's a huge test, a chance to prove themselves. But it could also be a complete disaster. High stakes.
For both sides, actually. This is going to be one for the history books.
Absolutely. And we'll be back to break it all down, every goal, every tackle, every controversial decision.
So buckle up, everyone, because it's going to be a wild ride. We'll be watching closely to see if Manchester United can pull themselves out of this tailspin and if Newcastle can continue their incredible ascent.
It's going to be fascinating.
All right, that's it for our deep dive this week, but trust me, the conversation's just getting started. Join us next time for more analysis, more insights, and more football drama.
See you then.
Cheers.